Hi there, Moonstone Hunters. It's Tom from Goblin King Games, and I've got Adam Caldicott with me here today, who's
Hello.
going to ably assist in this demonstration. We put up some how to play videos a while ago. Just checking that it's actually recorded, otherwise it'll all be a waste. But a few people have asked for a full game, so you can see it right from start all the way through. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a slightly cut down game. Rather than the usual 12 characters on the board, we'll just have 8 and we'll do the 5 Moonstone 3-turn quick version of the game, just because this is just to kind of show how the game plays all the way through. We don't want it to be a 2-hour video. Hopefully it will come in at around about 45 minutes to an hour. So we've already picked out some troops which are going to be reasonably well balanced, which is Baron von Fancy Hat along with Flintlock and his trusty Eric the Squire, and for a bit of muscle backed up by Gotchgut the Giant. And on the other side we've got the Goblin City troop box, which is fan favourite Doug the Flatulent, along with slightly flasherish healer Beaky Bobby, the Vicious Midget, and another fan favourite, Boulder the Troll. So I think we agreed before we started the camera rolling that Adam was going to play humans. So first thing we do to start off the game is grow some Moonstones. So the way you do that is you take normally 7 D4s, but because we're going to do a quick game here, we'll do 5. So hold them about a foot above the board and let go. That's an absolutely massively wide spread. So we're going to show you one of the rules called the Mulligan rule, which for the sake of this demonstration we're going to re-drop those, because that's such a wide spread.
Do you want me to do it this time?
We would spend a good portion of the game spread out, not necessarily fighting, and it wouldn't necessarily make the most interesting video. So there we go, there's a much more typical spread with more of the dice clustered in this central courtyard area, which means we'll have to probably do lots of fighting to see who gets them. They're fairly averagely numbered as well. The number on the dice represents how difficult the Moonstone is to dig up. So we've got a 2, a 2, a 3, a 3 and a 2. So they're all kind of averagely difficult to pick up, which again will be absolutely fine for this demonstration game. So the next step is to each player rolls a dice to see who gets to choose the table edge. I'm not sure in this case there's a massive advantage, but probably this side is the better side.
1.
Also a 1.
Oh. I know it is. 6.
Also a 6.
Oh, what? 2.
4.
Okay.
So I will stay on this side that I'm already on, as I think it's the better side, and by compensation Adam will get the initiative, which means that at the start of each turn where you roll off to see who gets to go first, in the first turn Adam will automatically win, and in the second turn he'll get +2 to his roll, and in the third turn he'll get +1. If we were playing the fourth turn, which is usual but we're not in this game, he wouldn't get any bonus to his last roll. So I'm going to deploy my first character. I am playing the Goblins. I'm going to deploy my first character, who is going to be Boulder the Troll, and he's going to be out here 10 inches in from the edge of the board. I don't know if you can see him behind the camera because he's behind a building, but I'm also hiding him behind a tree because I know that Adam likes to shoot big trolls with flintlock.
I do like to shoot big trolls. So I'm going to put Flintlock right opposite Boulder. As he's going to be my main target for him. And just behind the building, near to that stone.
Okay, great. Have you got your tape?
I don't, I'm
Great,
afraid.
no worries. My next character I'm going to put down is going to be the Vicious Midget. No, I'm going to go for Doug. I'm going to put Doug just here, right by the corner of that building, 10 inches in. I'm deliberately putting the rest of my goblins on the opposite side of the board from Boulder, because Boulder's got an ability called Calcify, which means that models that start their turn within 3 inches of him, including friendly models, generate 1 less energy. Energy's like action points in this game.
You can't see it, but I'm putting Baron von Fancy Hat just next to Flintlock. Right there.
Great, thank you. Right, I'm going to put my next character, which is going to be the Vicious Midget, and he's going to be over here next to Doug. You all right?
Gotch Gut over here.
Thank you very much. Finally, I'm going to put Beaky Bobby, and he's going to just lurk behind these two. Maybe do some healing later on.
I'm going to put Eric just behind Flintlock and Baron von Fancy Hat.
Okay, so we finished deploying it. It's done in an alternating fashion, as you've seen. Because I chose the table edge, Adam now gets to automatically win the roll-off for initiative, and he can decide who gets to go first. He can either go first with one of his characters or he can force me to go first.
I would like...
Oh, before we actually start the turn, we should probably explain that we've already assigned our energy onto all of our characters. So for every blue circle in the health bar of the character which hasn't been filled in yet, we've assigned 1 blue energy token.
And I would like you to go first.
Good choice. And the reason why Adam wants me to go first is because he wants to shoot with Flintlock right at the end of the turn, when it's too late for me to heal him or do anything about it. So that I go into my new turn with some wounds on my health track, which means I'll have less energy on that character. So quite often in the subsequent turns of the game, you want to go first because there's a Moonstone you want to get to or grab before someone gets there. But in this first turn, he's probably done the right thing. So I'm going to activate...
That was exactly what I wanted to do.
Can I roll the tape? I'm going to activate Doug. Now, every character gets a 4-inch jog, which is free, but you can only do it if you're not engaged, or rather more accurately, if you're engaged by an enemy model, you can't move away from them at any point in the jog, but at the moment we're all fine. So I've done my free 4-inch jog towards this Moonstone in the middle. I'm about an inch away from it, so I'm going to spend 1 energy now on Doug to step another inch, so it's going to bring me into base contact with the stone. And I've got 3 energy left. This Moonstone is showing that it's got a depth value of 3, so for every other character on the board, I could just do 3 harvest actions at a cost of 1 energy each one reducing that stone by a depth value of 1, and I would have harvested it. Dead easy, no rolls or flips or anything like that. Doug is the only one who's a little bit different, because he's got the digger ability on his card, which sometimes is a benefit and sometimes isn't. Whenever he does a harvest action, so I'm going to do the first one now.
This is because Doug's a pug.
That's because Doug's a pug, yeah, and he's a digger dog. Every time Doug does a harvest action, he has to flip the top card of the arcane deck, which are numbered 1 through to 3, but there are also catastrophes, and he reduces the depth value by the amount on the card. So often it's more effective, but occasionally he'll flip a catastrophe and fart instead and just wound himself. So I flipped a 1.
Good start.
So my first energy drops that down to a 2, which is exactly the same as what would have happened if anyone else had done it. And then my second, so my third energy from Doug, but my second attempt on the stone, I'm going to flip a
Catastrophe.
Oh,
yes.
Great. So I don't reduce the stone by anything, and I suffer 2 magical damage from my own foul gases, and so does everyone else within 2 inches, which currently is no one, just myself. So
how do you mean to go on?
Yeah, so I've got 1 more energy, and I really want to flip a 2 or a 3.
You're going to get another catastrophe.
Because the stone is now showing a 2, and if I flip a 2 or a 3, then I've dug it up. So I'm going to get a 1.
Yes.
4 bags. So
the pug's not a very good digger, it
no,
seems.
so disappointing. Anyone else would have picked that up, but the pug just let 1 rip instead. So that's the end of Doug the Flatulence activation. He failed to dig up that stone, but it's showing a 1, so we can probably get it next turn. And it's Adam to activate a character.
Can I have the tape, please?
Sure.
Right, I'm just trying to get Gotcha into the fight. So I'm going to take this free jog. 2 inches to there, and another 2 to here. And then I use his remaining 2 energy to do 2 steps to there. You'll go.
Thank you. I am going to activate. I am going to activate the Vicious Midget, who has a 4-inch jog. So he's going to jog this way.
And I am going to take a reaction step with Flintlock.
Okay. Controversial.
1 energy gone.
So, Vicious Midget is further than 1 inch away from that stone, so he would need to spend 2 energy to get into base contact with it, which is 2 1-inch steps.
And I'm
2
going to
separate
take
actions.
another 2 reaction steps, 1 in between each Tom's steps. It's 1 inch. And another inch. And that has used all my energy on Flintlock.
Ah. I was wondering what you were up to then, but it's just occurred to me. Okay, so I will now spend my 1 remaining energy on the Vicious Midget to drop that stone down to a 2. So he's attempting to dig it up, loosened it a bit, and that's the end of his activation.
And with that I would take a reaction step on Eric and move him 1 step.
So just to explain the reaction step, if anyone hasn't read the rules or seen the how to play videos, whenever any character takes an action, so that's jogging, harvesting a stone, stepping, making a melee attack, they're all actions which you can take whilst your character is activated. Whenever you complete an action, 1 opponent player can make 1 reaction step, which is a 1-inch move which costs 1 energy with 1 of their characters. So normally you might use that if someone is moving towards you, acting aggressively, you might do a reaction step to step away as long as you've got energy left on your character. But I think Adam's up to something crafty.
Yeah, you wouldn't normally do what I've done unless you had a plan. A cunning plan.
A cunning plan, okay.
Okay, my go?
Yep.
So I'm going to activate Baron von Fancy Hat. And I am going to move him his 4 inches for free. Then I'm going to activate his Rallying Cry, which is a free ability once per game, and it lets me all energy on other friendly humans within the pulse is restored up to their number of blue dots. So that means that Eric gets his 1 back and Flintlock gets his 3 back.
So all those reaction steps that Adam just did were all for free, basically, because the Baron's Rallying Cry regenerated their energy. So it just allowed him to move up the board a little bit quicker.
Which is something that humans need, because they don't have as much energy as the goblins. Right, now with that 2, I've got 2 choices. I can either use it to shoot Tom, but I don't think that's probably my best decision at the moment, or just use 2 to get at the board a bit more, which I think that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to head over in this direction to my 2 steps. And I'm done.
Okay, thank you. Right, I've got Boulder, who I'm going to activate now. He's going to do his 4-inch jog, which is going to get him to about there. And then I've got a 2-inch, I've got 2 energy on him. So I can either just step forward, which is always a good thing to do at this stage in the game, or he's got his Mineral Ally ability, which allows me to raise or lower the depth value of stones. But I think I'm probably just going to spend 2 energy stepping for the time being, so I'd quite like to get him in amongst Adam's lines nice and quickly. So I'm going to move him to there, making use of a little bit of cover on the way.
And you used both of them?
I did, yeah.
Okay. I will now activate Eric, and I'm going to use my hero that gives 1 energy to a soldier, and that will be Flintlock. So 1 goes on him and 1 is discarded. He will then move up. Can I borrow the tape?
There you go. So Eric's a support character, and he can heal friendly soldiers and nobles, but he can also donate his energy to friendly soldiers and nobles, which is him assisting them in various ways, reloading their weapons or carrying their equipment so they can run faster or whatever else.
Or healing them.
Or healing them.
And I will keep my energy on him.
Okay. So I've only got 1 character left to activate this turn, which is Beaky Bobby, who I've saved till last because he's a healer. And I have actually got some wounds to heal because I did them to myself by farting earlier on in the game. So I'm going to move Beaky Bobby. I'm going to do his jog. Going to jog to here, putting him, keeping him protected behind the pug in front and next to a stone. Now, I could dig up that stone. Beaky Bobby's got 4 energy, but he's a weakling, which means his harvest actions cost him 2 instead of 1. So I could use up all of my energy to pick up that stone, or I could use 2 energy to drop it down to a 1, and then do a heal onto Doug. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 2 energy now to drop that stone down to a 1. And then with my other 2 energy, I'm going to try and do a heal action onto Doug the Flatulent.
Gonna go bad.
So this is an arcane ability. So I draw 5 arcane cards because Beaky Bobby's arcane stat is 5. And Adam is the resisting player, and he draws 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Adam.
Thank you very much.
Adam always, the resisting player always has 6. The active player always draws the number equal to their arcane stat. I'm looking for blue cards. And I heal an amount of damage equal to whatever the number is on the card plus 1. So healing says target restores X plus 1 wounds, where X is the number on a blue card. So I'm going to say that I have a blue 3.
As you only got one person damaged, I had nothing to lose, so I will call your bluff.
And I have a blue 3.
Lovely.
Now, as it happens, I've got all the blues. so if my people were more injured, I could keep doing the heal again and again. Well, not again and again, but every time he incorrectly calls a bluff, I get a free additional action.
And with my cards, I would have left it as the first one and not done anything more because I don't have anything.
So I got a blue 3, which means I can heal 4 wounds. He only had 2 wounds suffered, so he's back up to his full health.
Even if you drew a 1, there was no reason.
Yeah, I know, I was just showing off by dropping it. I had a 3, a 2 and 2 1s. Outrageously good hand.
That's the one you're going to get.
Yeah,
all the rest of the cards are going to be
need it
rubbish.
later on.
Yeah.
Crap.
Okay, so go?
No, because I spent 2 energy dropping
Okay.
that stone and then 2 energy on the healing action, so all of my guys are now done for the first turn.
Right, so my turn. I am now going to take a pop at your giant
There you go.
boulder. And I believe you haven't got the energy, have you?
Probably not.
So he doesn't have slow. What I want
Do
to
you know
do.
what? That's what I should have done. I should have spent 1 energy moving there and kept 1 energy ready to do a reaction.
Yeah, I did cross my mind that. So I'm going to use my jog to get by here. Oh, going to put it back. Now I've got a clear line of sight to you. One side
yeah,
is blocked.
Yeah, when you're targeting someone with an enemy with an arcane ability, you imagine a channel in between their 2 bases. If any part of that channel is obstructed, you get -1 card in your attack against them. If the centre line directly between their 2 bases is covered by an obstacle, then you would get -2 cards. You can ignore obstacles which are within 1 inch of yourself because it's assumed that you lean over the top of them or round them. And other models count as obstacles whether they're friendly or not. So in this case, Adam, you're going to do your shoot musket attack?
I am, yes. Yeah.
So normally his arcane stat is 3, so you'd be drawing 3 cards. It's modified by the evade stat of the target. Now because he's a big hulking troll, he's actually got an evade stat of +2, which would give Adam 5 cards. But because there's some cover in the way, drops it back down by -1.
So I'm up to 4.
Up to 4. So Adam gets 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in this case he's looking for greens. And it does X +2 damage. So whatever the number on the green card is, assuming he has a green, it does that +2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in a minute Adam's going to put a card from his hand, probably. He doesn't have to. If his hand is rubbish, he can just say I'm not playing. Going to put a card from his hand down on the table, face down, and say what it is, and he doesn't have to tell the truth.
I am going to green 3.
Green 3.
How many wounds do you have?
12. I think you're telling the truth.
Okay.
So he doesn't have to reveal it, he could have been lying. He's told me that he's got the very best card in the deck. But I do believe him. So I'm going to take 3 + 2 is 5 damage.
5 damage, yeah.
-1 for my tough skin, so I'm going to take 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right?
Yep. So, give you those cards back.
Thank you. Now, because a little bit earlier on in the game, Eric gave Flintlock some extra energy.
That's enough to reload for 2. And then I have 1 left.
So I see this coming again.
I will probably have another shot at you.
Oh yeah.
So I'll spend that one. I look forward to some more greens. 1,
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Green 1.
Okay, I think you're telling the truth. Not very riveting for the camera, I mean,
no.
Saying that you're telling the truth.
But they know I was lying.
Oh, bollocks.
So you take 3 minus 1, so that's 2 damage.
Dunk dunk. So you've taken half his health off him. He's down to 6 wounds left.
That's not too shabby. Right, and then I think that's the end of the first turn.
Okay, so I'm going to probably stop the camera now, just in case it runs out of battery and stuff like that. So see you on turn 2. Okay, we're back for turn 2. We did realise when we reviewed the footage that the camera can't actually see the characters, so we're just going to turn them all around slightly so that you can see who's who.
Maybe you want to tell them who is who.
We were all being quite selfish, making them visible to ourselves. So we've got Boulder at the back, the Troll, Doug the Flatulent, the Vicious Midget, Beaky Bobby.
Then we have Gotchgut, we have Baron von Fancy Hat, we have Flintlock, and at the back we have Eric.
Cool. Okay, so we're going to roll off again. You can have that one if you want. Not again, because we didn't do it last time because it was automatic in the first turn. We're going to roll off to see who gets initiative. Adam gets +2 because I got the table edge. However, I get a 6. In your face.
I wasn't prepared for that.
So, first thing we do is we replenish all of our energy. So, Doug gets his full 4 back. Vicious Midget gets his 3.
How are you feeling about this so far, Tom? Are you feeling that you're in a position of power?
I haven't picked up any stones yet, which is unusual.
Yeah.
But I'm stood next to a load of easy stones to pick up, but by the time I pick them up you're going to be on top of me, which is not ideal. So I'm not quite sure what my power play here is. Perhaps could pick up a stone with Doug. See, they can all pick up a stone. I'm going to pick up the stone with the Vicious Midget there. So I'm going to spend 2 energy to pick up that stone in front of him. And then he's going to jog. Now, because he's got a stone, his jog action is now only 2 inches. Slows him down. He's going to start creeping around the back here. And there's 1 energy left on him, and I'm going to keep it on him. And it's Adam's go. So I'm now winning 1 stone to 0.
I'm going to use my hero and put it on Flintlock. Where's the other one? And then
You know Flintlock's unloaded at the moment.
he is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. I will put it on to Baron. Both of them. And then he will take a jog over to here, and he'll keep his 1 on him. I would heal someone, but I have no one to heal.
Fair enough. I'm going to next activate Beaky Bobby, who is going to spend
2.
2 energy to do a heal action onto Boulder the Troll. So same as last time.
So is that within 8 inches?
Should be. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So
Let's hope it goes wrong.
I have 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And what are you after?
I'm after blues. So, I don't know whether that was visible to the camera.
No, I didn't see.
Okay, so I'm going to say blue 2.
Blue 2, so you get that
Which will
+1.
heal 3 wounds.
How many did I do to you?
You did 6.
You picked up 5 cards.
Yeah.
I will call... Okay.
Okay, very good.
You were lying, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. That's telling the truth. Okay, so I've healed 3 wounds, which is good, but I've still got 3 wounds on him. So do I was really hoping you were going to call a bluff then, because I had a 1 blue as well.
Yeah, that'd
If
be
I called
cool.
a bluff, I could have got another 2 wounds off him. Now, do I spend my remaining 2 energy on Beaky Bobby to pick up that stone that's next to him, costing him 2 because he's a weakling? Or do I do another heal onto Boulder? That's the question. I think I'm going to spend the energy now to pick up the stone. So Beaky Bobby has now got a stone, so 2 of my people have got stones. And I think I'm quite happy to actually just stay stood where I am. He's in quite a good position, so that's the end of my activation.
Okay. I need to get some stones, really. First of all, I'm going to attack Boulder with Flintlock, so I'm going to spend 2 to reload. And I will then spend the 1 to shoot again.
So on your reload, I'm going to spend 1 energy for a reaction step.
Okay.
And I'm going to step behind this barrel so that you're now -2 cards because our centre line is blocked.
So I've got a couple of choices here. I could use my jog to walk up and try and... Or I could just take my chances with 3 cards. Which I might do.
Okay.
So I'm going to shoot to where I am.
Okay, 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Still looking for greens.
Ready?
Yeah.
Green 3.
Ah. Bluff.
I've got nothing else.
Okay. Okay, so I take 5 damage again.
Yeah.
Shuffle those back in, would you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've used my heal up already.
Which was what I was
Yeah.
quite happy about.
I'm kind of regretting picking up that stone now and not doing a second heal, because Boulder's down to 4 wounds.
Which means you've lost your energy for the next turn.
It does, yeah, it's not a good situation.
So I haven't got any energy, but I do have my jog. Can I borrow your tape?
Yeah.
And what I'm going to try and make sure, you've got a 4-inch jog around it. I just want to make sure that I'm not. So I'm going to use my jog to come around to here.
So Adam at the moment seems to be going for a strategy where he's not bothering to pick up the stones too much and spending all of his energy on attacking, whereas I'm spending my energy more on...
I want to get the activation advantage of killing one of yours.
Yeah. Okay, is it my go?
It is.
I probably shouldn't have used that energy on that reaction step because I could have walked forward and picked up that stone with 2 energy and now I can't. So I've probably ballsed that up. Right, Doug the Flatulent is going to try and pick up that stone that's right in front of him. So he can spend 1 energy on a harvest action. Which he flips a card. And he flips a 2, so he's harvested that. Now I don't really want to get too fighty with you at the moment because all my guys have got stones and yours don't, so quite happy to make you come to me, I think. So Fancy Hat's got 4 energy, hasn't he?
Fancy,
He's going to be coming quite fast at somebody. Right. What I'm going to do... So I'm going to do my 4-inch jog with Doug, which is now only a 2-inch jog. So he's going to go just there, and he's going to place himself so that that stone is within his 3-inch melee range so that people can't harvest that stone. You can't do a harvest action when you're engaged by an enemy model, and by placing him just there, anyone who comes into base contact with that stone is also engaged by Doug. He's guarding it with his long prodding stick. And I'm going to keep the rest of the energy on him.
Okay. Brilliant. I think I'm going to activate Gotcha. And do 2 to there. And another 2 to there. See where we are.
I'm going to do a reaction step with the Vicious Midget.
Okay.
Now, are you within 2?
I am.
But more than 1?
But more than 1.
So I've got 2 choices. I can either reaction step with the 1 energy that I left on him inwards, so that when he attacks me, I can do damage back, because at the moment if he takes a swing at me and I've got little stubby arms, I'm going to miss. Or I can do a reaction step back, which will mean he'll have to spend 1 of his energy stepping in again. So it's a tough one. I think I'm going to...
You're within 3 of your own person there.
What's that?
He's within 3 of him, which means
I know,
next turn.
I know, but he hasn't been yet. So.
Right.
And it might be worth it anyway. I'm going to do a reaction step away. So I'm running away. That was my energy used up.
I'll take 1 step this way.
Okay. I'm not going to do anything about that. Actually, maybe I will. Hang on. Doug's got energy on him. So you're... No, I'm not going to do anything about it. Have you come within 2 now of...
I'm in 2 of both of them.
Okay. Well, I've got no energy on Beaky Bobby. I would like to be running away with Beaky Bobby, but I can't. So, and you've just used all your energy.
I
on
have,
haven't
yeah.
you?
I've tied you up a bit.
Yeah. So, I'll do a reaction step with Doug just to get him just slightly out of your 2 inches. There we go. Okay, your go.
Your
My go, in fact. Right, I've only got Boulder left. He's going to do a 4-inch jog.
Just that's a way of moving yours slightly over to our bottom.
So,
Yes, and yours aren't moving very fast away from mine either, are they? Because they're slow.
So 2 inches to there. 2 inches to here. So that was his free 4-inch jog. No, I'm probably still within 3 inches of my Doug, I am, so I'll be denying him one of his energies. If I do a reaction step in that direction, no, I'm going to keep the energy on him.
Okay. So with 4 boxes left, 3 boxes left?
4.
4. I think that'd be silly not to have a go and trying to take him out. And it'd be nice to stay out of. You've got 1 energy on him, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
But I can get base to base. So if I go to there, then I'm outside your 3. And now we're ready for melee.
Okay, so Byron spends an energy to...
One of my 4.
I know.
So I have to do 1 wound for each energy.
To initiate a melee attack against Boulder. So the Baron has melee stat of 5.
Yep.
He gets 5 cards to begin with, 5 melee cards, which are the red ones in our deck. Then he gets an additional 2 cards for being the attacker. He doesn't lose any cards because he's not engaged by anyone else. Are you within 4 inches of Eric? No. Unfortunately, if he was within 4 inches of Eric, you'd get another 2. But he's not. So you're just going to get...
Which I didn't really think about.
Never mind, only 7 cards.
Yeah, only 7.
So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The melee cards work differently from the arcane cards. There are 6 different melee moves that you can choose, which are high guard, sweeping cut, and low guard, which are more defensive moves at a high, middle, and low angle. And then you've got 3 more aggressive moves, which are falling swing, thrust, and rising attack, which are at the high, middle, and low. The defensive ones generally deal less damage but suffer less damage if you're not confident about the fight. The aggressive ones can do very high damage but can also suffer bad damage in return. 1, 2. Now I only get 2 cards because my melee stat is 2, but I've saved this energy for a reason, and that reason is that I'm going to now spend it to go for it and get 2 extra cards in melee. So I'm going to draw another 2 cards. And now we look at our hands and we've got various moves that we can perform, either aggressive or defensive, and we choose which ones we're going to do. So I have decided.
I've decided to.
Ready, steady, go.
Oh.
Ooh, didn't see that coming,
No.
did you? Right, so when you play 2 cards, it's called a power up. and it means that you get to add the damage together. Now, in addition, my card is the one which triggers my signature move. So my signature move is on a thrust.
I should have asked about this.
And it's called Crushing Embrace. I give you a massive bear hug.
Oh,
So,
no.
so the damage type is impact, which means that his granite fists do +2 damage.
Okay.
So it deals against every attack 2,
Yeah.
basically. So I do 2 +2, because I did a double up,
Yeah.
+2 for my granite fists.
Yeah.
This attack deals no damage against models which are more than 1 inch away, which is why
Okay.
I'm really glad that you came right
Yeah.
to base contact with me. If the enemy suffers any wounds as a result of this attack, they must discard half their energy rounding up, and that's
So
what
that
I
means
really wanted.
I lose
So
2.
you discard 2.
Oh dear.
And because I did a critical, the
Yeah.
end step effect is doubled as well.
Okay.
So you lose that final energy too.
Oh, and what? Well, that did not go how I wanted
That
it
did
to.
not go to plan at all, sorry about that.
That's
That worked out
alright.
perfectly for me.
My idea was that I was going to, as you drew a lot of cards, I was kind of going defensive and then use my extra 3 energy. But yeah, next time remember to look at the cards. Okay, so how many, so it's -2 damage, so that's 4 damage?
You take 4 damage, yeah. So yeah, melee isn't safe, kids. Because
No.
even when you're the attacker, it can go. It goes very violently one direction or another. Quite
I guess that's
often.
what happens when you take on a giant.
Yeah. Well, you ran right up next to him and he likes to give
know.
hugs.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so that's the end of
That is, I think, the end of
Yeah.
turn 2. So we'll probably stop the film again. Okay, we are back for turn 3. We need to allocate our energy. So there was 2 energy left on Doug, which is now wasted. So all energy is cleared off, and then our characters regenerate back up. Now, a bit more interesting this turn. Boulder, who would normally generate 2 energy when on full health, is only going to generate 1 because one of his blue dots has now been filled in. And I think same for Baron von Fancy Hat.
Yeah.
He's normally would generate 2 because he's suffered some wounds. He's only going to generate 1. On top of that, Boulder has an ability called Calcify. Other models within 3 inches generate 1 less energy during the replenish step. So he's a real tank that just kind of gets in there and gums things up. Which means Baron von Fancy Hat doesn't generate any energy at all, which doesn't happen very often. Boulder only gets 1. Doug the Flatulent is affected by Boulder's Calcify because he's got too close to him. So he only gets 3 energy. Vicious Midget is fine, out there on the flank he still gets his 3. And Beaky Bobby's absolutely fine, he gets his regular 4.
Cool. Gotchgut gets 2, Baron gets none, Flintlock gets 3, and Eric gets 3. And I think this roll is going to be interesting.
Yeah, so Adam's still got a +1.
Yeah. And I've rolled
I've
a
got
4.
a 6.
Oh, again.
Ah.
This game's rigged.
It's not the way it normally goes down, I can tell you that. Right, so now Baron can't do anything. So do I smack him about a bit with Boulder, or do I not worry about it for the time being? Because Eric's probably going to come in and give him some energy if I don't do anything about it. Right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the Vicious Midget. Who's got a stone on your side? Nobody.
No, I haven't got any stones. I am not doing very well.
I'm going to activate the Vicious Midget. He's going to do a 4-inch, 2-inch jog.
Yeah.
That's going to be problematic. I wanted to use his Where'd You Come From, which is a 6-inch. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. So he's going to do. So Vicious Midget is going to do his 2-inch jog. Works fine. Up to just behind this barrel.
Yeah.
2-inch jog because he's now carrying the Moonstone, so he's a bit slower. And
I might make a reaction step.
really?
Really? It's truly over there. I'm gonna make sure this doesn't work. Yeah, and I'm gonna go back one. Continue what you were saying.
Well, what I was going to do was use the Vicious Midget's Where'd You Come From ability, which kind of lets him teleport up and pop around behind people and next to people. Which would have used up 2 of his energy, leaving him with 1 energy left to start stabbing away at Eric. And
Who wouldn't have had a chance?
Who wouldn't have had a chance, and every time I stabbed him, because the Vicious Midget is so vicious, he would have gained an extra energy and he'd have kept on going, and I'd have probably killed Eric. But because for the sake of the camera, explains what I was going to do, Adam has very unsportingly taken a reaction step out of my range, so I can't now do that.
For the sake of the camera, I did this to show how one would stop that from happening.
Oh, okay, very, very
How gracious though.
gracious of you. So, that's a pain.
It's alright.
So, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to, because Vicious Midget and Gotchgut, although they're on opposing sides today, are actually very good drinking buddies and get on very well. So one of the Vicious Midget's other abilities is called Giant Whisperer. So he can make Gotchgut the Giant do steps. So for every energy that the Vicious Midget spends, Gotchgut the Giant steps 1 inch.
Okay.
So I'm going to make Gotchgut step that way for 1, then that way, and then that way. Go away, Giant.
Okay.
You'll go.
How many points does your giant have?
My troll, health
Yeah.
points, he's got 4 remaining.
I think I need to save the Baron.
You need to get some stones, boy.
I do. Right, I'm going to take a gamble.
Got to do something.
He's going to move to here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Outside of 1 inch.
Yeah.
And I am going to reload my gun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I'm going to reload my gun first.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to walk in.
Okay.
Because I can't reload it while in melee.
Correct.
Then I'm going to shoot, which I can do while in melee. So,
And why did you step in? Just to eliminate him?
yes,
As an obstacle?
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm up to 5 arcade
Five
cards.
Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Studying the look on his face to see if he looks happy or not right now.
Green 2.
Green 2 will be enough to leave me with 1 wound remaining. I'm going to say okay.
So you are down to
1 wound.
1 wound. And that's his go.
Okay, I'm going to do some healing. I'm going to activate Beaky Bobby. He's going to walk 4 inches, 2 inches I mean. He's going to go basically 2 inches to there. So that person is within an inch of me, and I've just about got line of sight around the back there. So I'm going to draw 5 cards. So I'm spending 2 energy. Where is my energy? I'm going to spend 2 energy on my first heal.
That was a 2-inch jog, was it?
2-inch jog. You wouldn't know what that's like, you don't have any stones.
No.
2, 3, 4, 5. But it's a bit of a pain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And you were after?
I'm after blues.
Blues.
Blue 2.
So that...
That'll heal 3.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So I heal 3 wounds. And then I'm going to do it again with my remaining 2 energy on Beaky Bobby. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for you. Blue 2.
Blue 2. How many wounds you got?
He's got 4 left again.
4 left.
And he's taken a shed load.
Okay, so blue 2 would do 3. Okay.
Okay, that's in Beaky Bobby.
And he's got no energy now, has he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's send the bruiser in. One, 3 to there.
3.
And then I'll do a little bit of a move just to...
Mm-hmm.
I'm outside of an inch.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a 1 inch money on Beaky Bobby?
Yeah, that's right.
And
3 on him, so...
3 on him, but yeah, I don't think it really matters. Okay. I'm going to attack Beaky Bobby.
Okay. So Beaky Bobby has no energy, so he can't react, can't draw any extra cards. He's just gonna have to get hit by a giant.
Yeah.
So you get, so you spent your energy for the attack. You get 3 plus 2 for being the attacker.
Yeah.
Minus 1 for being engaged by
Yeah.
Doug. So you get 4 cards.
That's right.
1, 2, 3, 4. And I get only 2 cards because I have a melee stat of 2.
Right, and what's your signature on this time?
It's on a thrust.
And it does?
It does 2 magical damage, so everything apart from a sweeping cut.
Okay. Okay. Right, I'm ready.
I'm ready to.
There you go. Oh
Yes. No! Okay, so we didn't explain very well last time how melee works, but you each choose your move, and on your card you find the move that the opponent played. So, remember I said at the start of the game that there are a high, a middle and a low offensive and offensive. So this is the high offensive card and this is the high defensive card. When you manage to choose the right defensive against your opponent's attack, it's all good for you. So when you look up, when Adam looks up my card on his, he finds the high guard, he deals no damage because he swung at my head and I've blocked high.
Which is different to 0.
Yeah, and when I find his card on mine, I deal no damage, but it's in a yellow circle, which means I get a follow-up attack. So I've stopped all of his damage, I've dealt no damage just here,
Yeah.
but I've got a follow-up attack. So
what is your follow-up
So
attack?
having now seen his card, I can get a free hit on him. I've only got one card, other card, but thankfully it is a thrust, which is my signature move.
Okay.
So, so I've blocked and then immediately
Thrust forward.
yeah, you smashed one of my glass bottles of poison in your face. So, so you take 2 magical damage.
Okay. I can deal with that.
Not doing so well on the melee.
I'm not at all. Okay, I'll have another go.
Okay.
And
Can I have those ones shuffle back
you
in?
can. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to win
Come
this
on,
game.
Beaky Bobby. You little legend. You little slipper wearing freak. Right, you're getting 4 again.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 for me. More of the same, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready,
Go.
go. Oh no!
This looks better.
So, so Adam's gone for a double powered up rising attack, which is the aggressive low move. It is his signature move as well, so he can upgrade it if he wants to.
Which I'm not sure I do.
Probably not a lot of point. His signature move is kick to the guts. So instead of attacking with an upwards cut, he can do a kick, which robs me of energy. But as I've got no energy left, it's probably not worth it. Frustratingly, I actually had the low guard in my hand that would have been the perfect counter to his move, but I didn't play it. I thought he was going to go for
sometime.
thought he was going to go through a thrust instead. So my sweeping cut. So I find his rising attack on my card, and I actually deal 2 damage to him.
Yeah.
-1 though, because I'm a weakling, and -1 because he's got ramshackle armour, so I still do nothing, even though I says I do 2. Whereas on Adam's card, he finds my sweeping cut, and he can see that he's done 2 damage, +2 for the power up, +2 because he's a big brooding giant.
Yeah.
So you've done 6 damage.
How many health do you have?
7.
Oh no.
So I'm left with 1 wound left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But you're mistaken, we're going to play to 4 rounds.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. So, Beaky Bobby's been.
Oh yeah.
So, my go. Now, it's all looking very good for me at the moment, isn't it?
It's looking very good for you.
So, I've just got Doug the Flatulent to go, and Boulder the Troll. Now, Boulder the Troll could make an attack on Flintlock. That would be good. He's got no energy left, does he?
No.
Right, Boulder the Troll, who only has 1 energy on him for some. Oh yeah, because he was wounded.
Yeah.
is going to activate and make an attack onto Flintlock. So, I normally have 2 cards. -1 card for being engaged with Fancy Hat, but I get +2 for being the attacker, so I get 3 cards. And Flintlock gets 3 cards as well.
I actually get another 2, I think, from Eric.
Is it? +1, I think.
Yeah, +1.
Okay, so Eric, being the support character, he helps nobles and soldiers, and Flintlock is a soldier, so he gets a bit of assistance. Not as much as a noble would get. A noble would get +2 cards, but anyway, I get 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, and you get 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. However, because Flintlock's only got a melee range of 1, he's only got a little dagger, he can't actually deal any damage to me this round. Whereas I've got my big, long, clubby fists. So Adam still has to play in this round of melee, but if he deals any damage, the damage is automatically reduced to nothing. Okay, so what's your signature move on, mate?
High guard.
High guard, righto. Okay, I'm ready. Are you?
Yeah. Ready?
Ready to go. Okay, so I went for a rising attack. A big meaty uppercut. Adam went for a sweeping cut, just trying to fend it aside with his puny dagger.
Puny dagger.
Probably not good for Adam.
No.
So I find Adam's sweeping cut on my card. It says I deal 2 damage. Its impact damage is the one I'm choosing, so I get another +2 for my granite fists. Boosh! So it's 4 damage.
Right. And I don't do anything to you.
And you don't do anything to me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And that's probably all he's going to do. He's probably quite content to stay stood where he is.
Okay.
And you'll go. Can you pass me those 2 as well?
Yeah, sure. I've got power of Eric to do and 2 energy between them to do it. It's not much. I'm not sure I'm going to do anything to win here. My options are to give my 2 energy to Baron.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll do a 4th turn.
Okay.
If you like.
Yeah, that changes things. Or I can try and heal the Baron so that he fights another day. Because hitting the boulder does not seem to go well. Oh, he's got no energy to buy any extra cards. I give my 2 to Baron, and I'm going to move up the field to be within 4 of Fancy Hat.
Okay.
And Eric's done.
Okay, I've just got Doug the Flatulent to go. Doug the Flatulent is going to do his jog action. Now he can't move at any stage in the jog action away from Gotchgut, but he can circle around him. So he's going to circle around him to about there. And then he's got 3 energy, so he can start poking people. And if he pokes either of these 2, they can't hit him back because he's got a long stick. So the rumours say. And That's what we're going to do. So, who do I want to poke? I think I probably want to poke Eric. Because poking Fancy Hat in his armour is generally not a good plan.
Doesn't take it well.
No, well, he takes it very well, that's the problem. It's very hard to make the damage stick. So I'm going to go for Eric. So I've got my first... Oh, or do I want to fart? I haven't farted yet. Oh, how many wounds has Fancy Hat got left?
3.
3. Oh no. Now if I did a step in this direction and then...
What is the fart radius?
2 inches.
Okay. Well, if you do that, I'm just going to step away.
Mighty tempting. Because then if you do hit my boulder, I've only got to do 1 wound to you and you're dead. And if you step away, I can step in again. But then I don't have enough energy to fart with. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with my original plan and just start poking at Eric with my lance.
See that toilet squire.
The other option is I could charge him. Cost me 2 energy, so I'd only have 1 left for an attack at the end of it, but I get +3 piercing damage. Is it better to do 3 small attacks? Probably. Okay, I'm going to attack Eric. So I draw 4 cards, +2 for being the attacker is 6, -1 for being engaged by Gotchka is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get
3.
3. And what's your signature move on?
Low guard.
Low guard. Okay, I've decided. Have you?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Uh-oh, it's not much use. So Adam's powered up falling swing, massive swing with his wooden sword into the air, because he's too far away, does nothing.
Nothing.
My rising attack, I find falling swing, it deals 1 damage. Just 1 damage basically.
I'm okay with that. Could have done a lot worse.
Okay, and then I'm going to attack you again. Same again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me, 3 for you. Adam would love to be able to step in or out at this stage, but he's used all of his energy up, so he can't.
Just about survival.
Ready?
Yep.
Go. Oh, damn it. I did the falling swing, he did the high guard, basically deflects the damage, and
yeah, there's no point in you playing anything else.
Not really. I mean, you could pull your signature move if you wanted to.
I don't have it.
Okay, right, so my last attack, so I've done 1 damage so far for all
Let's
this
hope
poking
you
and prodding around.
Fluff that up too.
Last attack. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me. 1, 2, 3 for you. Ready?
Yep.
Go. Ah, did it again. So another falling swing met by a high guard does no damage. I should have gone for the charge. That was disappointing. All the fart. The poke you at a distance attacks, you know,
Need to get up close where the action is really.
So good. Okay, so that is the end of Doug. So all of mine have gone for this turn.
Now it's Fancy Hat's time to shine. So I think we're going to scuttle round to here.
So just for the sake of the camera, let's just explain. At this stage, we agreed that we were going to play 3 turns.
Yeah.
And Adam has collected how many stones?
No stones.
No stones.
Lots of potential stones, but no actual stones.
And I'm sitting pretty on 3 stones.
And my justification for this was I thought that Gotchgut would die earlier, and I thought that Beaky Bobby would die earlier, and it turns out.
So Adam's strategy of pretty much ignoring the stones and just trying to lay on the hurt.
It's not worked.
It's not worked.
No.
In this game. But debatably, we could play a 4th turn.
There's no debate. Yeah.
Okay, but you do know it'll still be a moral victory for me.
I don't care about the moral victory. Okay, so Fancy Hat is going to have a pop at Doug.
Right, you are.
A puck. Okay, so first one to pay. I win in 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I get
8 cards.
8 cards.
Normally 5, +2 for being the attacker, +2 for Eric, -1 for Boulder.
And interestingly, I'm within 4 of Gotchgut, so any damage I receive I can pass on to him.
You could. You've got your dream team.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Minus 1 plus 1. Yeah.
Minus. Okay, we lost a little bit of footage there, not too much actually happened. Fancy Hat was the last person to activate at the end of turn 3, and he attacked Doug and basically fluffed both of his attacks. The first one, do you remember what you got?
I got a triple thrust.
You got a triple thrust, which he was probably feeling really chuffed about.
I was. And you played a high guard.
Potential to do loads of damage. Did I play a high guard?
You did. Because it didn't do anything, and it would have done something against the high guard.
Right, yeah. And I played a high guard, so the thrust against the high guard, even though we had 3 of them, it does 0, so 0 plus 0 plus 0. Then he added on his +1 piercing for his longsword, but my jousting shield did -1. So that first attack did nothing.
Yeah.
And then
I played a sweeping cut the second round.
And then you played a sweeping cut, and I played.
I think you played a
high guard again. Was it?
High guard again, yeah.
Yeah. So I just
a low guard, in fact.
Low guard. So I went defensive, and he didn't do any damage to me. So, because I'm in a generous mood, even though we agreed it was going to be a 3-turn game, and I'm clearly the winner at 3-0.
Well,
we will play one more turn. Just to get a bit more action for the recording. So we all untap and get our energy replenished. Boulder's back up to 2 energy, excellent, because he healed. Beaky Bobby has only got 1 energy and 1 wound. Not looking so good for Beaky Bobby. Vicious Midget has still got his full 3, and Doug the Flashland has still got his full 4. Actually, I'm giving people energy when they probably shouldn't, because Doug should probably get 1 less because he's within 3 inches of Boulder. You are not going to get. Ooh, that's close. Yeah, just about alright.
So Eric's alright.
Eric's alright, but Fancy Hat and Flintlock are going to get 1
so
less.
Fancy Hat gets nothing, and Flintlock gets 1, and Gotchgut gets 2.
Poor Fancy Hat is like a statue inside his armour.
Yeah. Petrified.
So
we roll.
Roll.
I really need to win this
Yeah,
one.
you won anyway.
1, 5.
5.
Brilliant.
Serves you right for all those times you've won initiative.
I've not won it any times before. Never won.
Well, in Guildball, you win every single one, every single time.
No.
Okay, so, who am I going to go with? So, Fancy Hat has only got 3 wounds,
Yeah.
so bashing him with Boulder might be fun, mightn't it? You've still got no stones on anyone. Quite like to get the Vicious Midget round to Eric again, but I know you're just going to reaction step away. Like a coward.
Like a coward indeed.
So if I were to go my 2 inches, let's say I was there. Yeah, you might not be able to reach him. Okay, then again, Beaky Bobby can't heal because he's only got 1 energy. And then healing is a 2 energy action. But Beaky Bobby doesn't have any stones, so it doesn't really matter that much anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the Vicious Midget, who's going to do a 1 inch step, sorry, a jog action, which puts him there. And he is now just within 5 inches of Eric.
So there's no point me.
So if you
flee.
if you reaction step away, you'll still be within my 6 inches.
Okay. I will not reaction step.
Okay, so the Vicious Midget is going to try and use his Where'd You Come From ability. Costs him 2 energy. He's got an arcane stat of 3, and he's looking for any pink card.
Any pink.
If I get a pink card, then I can pop up right behind him. One, 2, 3 for me, 6 for you. Pink 1.
You're very confident about that. I'm going to say bluff.
Got nothing to lose, have you? It is a pink 1.
Okay. And I had a catastrophe just in case.
So, hello. I'm going to go just there. So I've got 1 energy left now on Vicious Midget, and I'm going to initiate a melee attack against Eric.
I'd really like you not to get any damage here.
So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 for my melee stat, plus 2 for being the attacker. You get 3.
3.
There you go. Now I need to get at least 1 damage, because if I get a damage with the Vicious Midget, he gets an extra energy and I can keep on attacking for up to 3 more times. Now. Ooh, tense. Okay, I have decided.
Yeah.
Ready, steady, go. Yes! So, Adam knew that my best attack was my rising attack, so he played the low guard against it, and I knew that you knew that, so I played the falling swing.
But also my signature's on a low guard.
Oh, right.
So we'll see what happens.
Okay, interesting. So, so let's work out the damage first of all. Against his low guard, I do 2 plus 2. However, because I'm a midget, I actually get -1 damage whenever I do a falling swing, so I've done 3 damage.
2 plus 2 minus 1.
Yeah.
I do know nothing, but I do get to swap out for someone else. Within 4 inches, so that's really Baron or Flintlock. And I think I'll change it for Baron. Yeah. So we move that one to there. Oh, I've moved you.
Okay, so Eric's signature move is You'll Regret That, which allows him to swap places with a friendly model. So he's got the Baron to come over and do his fighting for him. Can you pass me that card?
Yeah.
So now I'm stuck in a fight with the Baron, so I have to decide if I'm going to carry on with this or not. I got my energy back because I scored a wound, and I did how much damage to Eric?
He did 3 damage.
So what's he got left?
He has got 4
Left.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I am going to attack the Baron. This could be a mistake.
Oh, he's got 3 left, sorry.
This could definitely be a mistake. Actually, I'm not going to attack the Baron. It would be a mistake. I've got the stone, you don't. I'm going to leave the 1 energy that remains on the Vicious Midget on him.
Okay. I am have a go with Gotcha, and I am going to attack Beaky Bobby.
Okay, you're going to attack Beaky Bobby. That's very unfair.
So I get 5 cards, minus 1.
-1, you have 4 cards, and I get 2 cards. Now, as I'm very likely to die, 1, 2, 3, 4 for you, I'm going to spend my energy to draw 2 extra cards.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 as well. Okay. Ready?
Yeah, steady, go. Oh.
Ooh. So,
I don't think I come off better here.
well, I knew I was going to be dead anyway, so I thought I might as well go out in style. So, against my thrust, you've done
0.
Oh yeah. 0 plus 0 plus 2
2
for your brute strength is enough to kill me.
Okay. And you do nothing to me because I'm more than an inch away.
Oh, bollocks!
Which I remembered.
Oh yeah.
So.
Who made these rules?
I know.
Yeah. Okay, so
the first rule I'm starting to like.
So I've done nothing to you, and I'm dead.
Well, that's how melee is meant to go. Oh, you got your stone as well.
I don't have a stone.
Oh. I was banking that you did. That's okay.
The other 3 have got stones.
Okay. So I will then have a go at Doug.
Okay.
Who can hit me back. How much health has Doug got? He's got all of his health.
Yeah, he's doing fine. You are just over an inch away.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this time, because you're no longer engaged by another enemy. And I get 1, 2, 3, 4, just my regular 4, because I'm not engaged by an enemy either.
You ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Oh dear. So my high guard does no damage to the rising attack. Your rising attack does
2 against a high guard plus another 2.
Okay. And is it what damage type?
Oh, and I can upgrade it to my or I could upgrade it to which would do, it would lose 1 energy, so you got 3 of them at the moment. Push you an inch away, but I'd only do 2 damage. I think I'll take the 4 damage.
Okay. What damage type?
Impact.
I can reduce piercing and impact damage by -1. Can you do slicing?
Yeah, forward swing. Rising type. I can do any of the damage types. So
if you do slicing,
yeah,
then
slicing,
you
yeah.
get past my armour. So yeah, I take the full 4. Got any energy left on him?
No, that's him done for energy. However, he did some work this time at least.
Yeah. Right. Boulder. It's going to activate. And he might try and smack Eric around as well.
Oh dear.
So I'm going to activate Boulder. I'm going to do 1. I'm going to spend 1 energy. For a melee attack. So I draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 2 cards. You're engaged by Doug. Okay, I've decided.
What's Boulder's on? Thrust.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready, go. High guard.
Rising attack. Oh dear,
Oh
Eric.
dear.
Oh dear. So you take 2 plus 2 plus 2 impact, 6
I'm
damage.
dead.
Right,
Yeah, I didn't have much choice there. I could have done a forward swing.
But you're glad we're doing 4 turns now, aren't you?
No, not really. Losing twice is slightly worse.
Okay, so I've got 1 energy left, so I'll probably just... I could drop that stone, or do I want to smack Flintlock about a bit? How much wounds has Flintlock got left?
Flintlock has only got 4 wounds left.
Right, he's going to spend 1 energy smacking Flintlock.
The worst thing is Baron has got no way to get the energy, so I can't even do anything now.
Right, you are. So, well, what you just need to do now is oh no, you can't because you're out of range.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Never mind.
Right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 for me. 1, 2, 3 for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I have decided.
Yeah.
Ready, steady, go. Same again.
Same again. I had a low guard this time as well.
So, that is 6 damage again.
I can reduce it by 1, but that's still not enough.
You can reduce impact by 1, can you?
Yeah, if I upgrade it to my signature.
Oh, right.
But I would still be dead. So he's gone too. Oh, this. I'm not only am I going to have no stones, but also no people by the end of this.
Okay, right, I'm just going to quickly stop the recording. Okay, we're back. So, Boulder has been. So, have you got anyone who can do anything?
Yeah. Baron can move.
You can circle around.
Who have you got to go next?
I've just got Doug the Flash, let's go.
I'm going to stay where I am in the hopes that you might try and hit me and I might be able to hit you back.
Okay, so I've just got Doug to go. Doug is further than an inch away, we agreed.
Yeah.
So if he
Which
were
seems important for some reason.
if he were to do a 1 inch step that direction,
Yeah.
he'd be out of your engagement range.
Yeah.
Then he could jog towards that stone and spend
Oh,
2
I
inches
see.
picking it up, which would work brilliantly. Apart from by doing that step, he's
You're
going
in my
to
melee.
enter
Yeah.
Fancy Hat's range. So I don't think I can do it.
Okay.
If Fancy Hat wasn't there, a 1 inch step would disengage me from you. You couldn't pursue me because you've got no energy
Yeah.
left. I could then jog around and then have 2 energy left to pick up the stone. The only thing I can do is spend 2 energy just stepping towards the stone and then spend my last one on a digger, and if I flip a 2. So 2 energy basically gives me enough. Can I be somewhere where I'm outside of both of their engagement ranges?
Not easily, I don't think.
Just about though.
Or easily.
More easily as it turns out. So I've managed to do 2 steps, which you can't react to.
So this decides whether you beat me 3-0 or 4-0.
Yes. So it's all on the flip of a card.
And we agreed if this is a catastrophe, you lose the game.
No.
No.
No. So I'm going to flip cards, and if it is a 2 or a 3, I've picked up that stone using his digger ability, and it's a catastrophe.
Well, I quite like that ending.
So he just farts. He takes 2 wounds, and so does my troll. 1, 2.
Oh, if
1,
they
2.
died and lost the stones, that would have been.
But I still win 3-0.
Well done.
Good game.
Good game. Ish.